Greetings, fellow Galactic employees. Rodamont here. Thank you for tuning in to Hotel Galactic. Episode 3. Rapidly Expanding Capacity. Pouncy Paw is also dropping off a new wave of guests. So that number is how many days they're going to stay for? And they're all staying for 3 days. It's kind of unfortunate if you ask me. And I'll explain why in a little bit. I just don't want to spoil anything. But, you know, whatever. Sparn, the hat I gave you, what does it do? I forget. I don't even know. Looks good on you, though, so keep it. Oh, who really already have the puddle there? For shame. And I'm going to move the research station box that we have to right where the barricade is. Because this is the research room. The broken one. Oh, here we go. So, Scorpio Pasta and Scorpio Pasta. Doesn't surprise me, given their love for that ingredient. So, repair the alien goo system. Repair. So this is the alien goo delivery system. And it will explain the details soon. Now that we have 3 guests, I'm also going to make another toilet, another sink, just so that we don't have a bottleneck of like 1 sink, 1 toilet for the guests. And I bet you order Scorpio Pasta too. You do. Oh, bye-bye, merchant. Oh, actually, that was Pouncy Paw. The other thing to note is you can pull this lever here. Not that I have enough money to do shopping, but you can pull this lever to for 5 coin to refresh the offers that the merchant is offering. Because I basically don't have any money, I'm not going to bother doing that. But it's important to note that that lever can be really important. So if you're looking for a specific ingredient, like let's say I wanted more Russell's pasta, I could pull that lever until Russell's pasta became an offered option. So unpack the research machine into the room. So instead of unpacking it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to unpack it again, and I'll put it right here. Makalo, you're still feeding them, yeah? Yeah, you are. Good. You know, wait time, 2 hours, 45 minutes. Yep, that's totally normal. They don't mind. Alright, we got another toilet. You can see why I already... oh, the stupid door being there is a problem, isn't it? I might need to make this bathroom bigger at some point. So, in that case... let's move this sink here. And can you guys stop puddling on the floor? I don't know what your species does. You do look like water balloons, but quit piddling everywhere, please. All right, talk to Sparn. Whoa, I didn't think I'd actually see this thing working. They finished installing it right when the hotel was shutting down, so I guess it's never really been used. From what I can tell, we can use it to unlock new tech and fancy crafting stuff. There's a catch, sort of. We gotta keep guests happy to power it. Or, more specifically, we need to collect these things called happiness particles from guests, and then the system turns them into weird colored goo. And depending on the kind of gas, you get all different colors of alien goo. Pretty wild, right? I mean, we might as well call it that. It matters because we need all kinds of goo to research different upgrades. Point is, a lot of gas equal a lot of progress. So yeah, we're basically turning joy into science juice. Science juice, huh? Kinda genius. Way better than, like, gloom crystals or, I don't know, spirit squeezing or something. And hey, looks like there's still some goo left in the tank. Let's fire it up. So, open up the research window. Research is performed by workers at the research station and takes time to complete. You can queue or cancel or accelerate research using multiple stations. Different colored goo are required for different technologies, each sourced from specific alien species. Some unlocks may also require progress in the main story. So start researching basic crafting. So basic crafting requires 30 blue goo, and will unlock crafting station, artisan station, tools, wooden storage, food crates, etc. There we go. Hey, Sparn, get back there. Little spoiler, the Pingtons give you blue goo, which is the first type of research goo that you need. The reason why I said it was kind of unfortunate that all 3 of these Pingtons are staying for 3 days, you get the goo after their stay is complete when they offer you a rating at the review board. So staying for 3 days is actually a bit of a problem because I only have so much goo storage, and when all 3 of these guests check out, I'm going to get far more blue goo than I have potential storage for. It would have been a lot better if these guests were staying for 1, 2, and 3 days apiece, rather than all 3 at 3 days, because what's going to end up happening is I'm going to get so much blue goo on the 3rd day that I will not be able to actually store it, and it will be wasted. That's why I was saying it's kind of unfortunate that they're all 3 days stay. But, oh well, doesn't matter. Okay. Kind of a weird layout for a bathroom. That's what I get for making it too small. I think they're too big to be side by side. Yeah, whatever. And Sparn is down here, researching basic crafting for us. And now all of the default rooms are open. The underground rooms. The dining rooms and the hotel rooms will need to be cleaned. So, like, they dirtied up this table, they dirtied up the floor. Sometimes the hotel rooms will be dirtied up as well. So one of the advantages of making them all identical to one another is filth will be very easily identifiable because it will stand out because all the rooms are kind of generic. And the patrons themselves, or at least the Pingtons, don't care that they're generic. That's, like, not a problem for them. Can you expand rooms? Yes, there is research to have, like, larger rooms. That you unlock later. So if I wanted, like, a bigger restroom, I would need to delete the last restroom rather than to expand the next one. So it is entirely possible for us to revamp this restroom if we wanted. Yeah, maybe I actually do that. Let's do it. I hope I mean, ultimately, I'll try to do it quickly so the Pingtons, like, don't lose access to the room. So what I can do in this case is pack these up, move the furniture into the hallway so that they're, like, adjacent and ready to be reinstalled. And then make this a 3x3 rather than the 2x3. And I should have probably waited until like 5 in the morning when the Pingtons were going to be asleep, but like whatever. We'll be done pretty soon. This also allows me to show you the deconstruct. So on the bottom left, you have the construction menu, but you also have the demolish. There's also like change rooms and mine, which gets unlocked later on. There we go. And basic crafting is about to get researched. Perfect. Talk to Gustav. A few small mishaps here and there, but it seems you've got things well under control. Captain Pounceypaw will be returning soon, and with guests from across the Trinity Array, no doubt. Which means we must ready ourselves for proper deluge of visitors. You know what must be done. Buddy up with Sparn, craft new beds, and expand the guest quarters as needed. I'll be here keeping watch, like always. I always have, and perhaps always will. Though, truth be told, I already feel a touch more alive behind this counter. Thank you for pulling me back into the fray. So it wants me to check in 2 new guests and deliver 3 orders, food orders. So we'll do that as soon as we can. And then Sparn wants to talk. The task board is filling up, and stuff's starting to pile. You've got this pilgrim eye view, right? Gustav's all busy, and between you and me, you're the one who can actually make this place run smoother. Pop's great with guests, but honestly, we can all learn to pitch in, doesn't matter what it is. Just keep an eye on things and make sure everyone knows what they're doing. We're pretty smart, but sometimes we fall apart without a plan. So that's talking about the work priority, which I've already adjusted here. And it wanted me to raise Tukyuk's service up to high, which I had already done, to make sure that the guests were being attended to. Alright, now that the bathroom is gone, let's put it back as a 3x3. And make that a high priority. So our little Pington friends don't, you know, have accidents. Oh, we have a reward. 4 golden coins. Nice. Got some money. Alright, take a look at the research. The story will direct you into what research you have access next. There's a loom, which allows you to tailor weave, sew, advanced crafting, blade processor. There's decor, there's hotel rooms, and there's staff. And the story mode will like kind of direct you as to what you should research next. But while we do that, I also want to make an artisan station. And then I'm going to start making wood storage. Which obviously we don't have the materials to do. But wood storage is more space dense than crude storage. So that's the reason. How does there really... We just built this thing. Okay. Putting the bathrooms back in. Didn't take too long. And now we'll prioritize getting the artisan station crafted up. There we go. Now we have 2 bathrooms, which is... And it's spacious, so it has room for other stuff. If we check on the guests, their bladders weren't... like, they're being met. Alright, we're obviously going to need a lot more wood for this next project. So, queuing down some additional trees to be cut down. And then some of these trees are ready with fruit, but I'm not going to necessarily harvest fruit right now because I don't think we need more peaches. We have almost 60 peaches. Speaking of which, peaches will become the bento material, so I'm queuing up 3 more bentos made of the peaches that we collected from the backyard. Alright, the artisan station has been crafted. So this artisan station, what it is it allows you to make tools. You're essentially your tool maker. And at the moment, we have like 1 sickle, 1 pick, 1 axe. So what I'm looking to do is to get more than just like 1 per. And additionally, I'm going to start to set up a storage wall that is way more organized than what we currently have. So on the right side of this wall, we'll have wooden storage crates. And these old crates, what I'm going to do is I'm going to extract their contents and phase out the crude storage, which can only hold up to 30, in lieu of wooden storage, which can hold up to 40, as a means to condense space. Additionally, I'm going to make 2 more axes, 3 hammers, and 2 picks. Because nobody has a hammer yet. Sickles is a different research that we unlock later on. That would be in... Actually, I forget where sickles are. In the advanced tools? Yeah, in the advanced tools research. So that first sickle that we got is, like, low-key kind of important. If that wasn't already obvious. Cyber, thank you for the resub. Alright, the guests are sleeping. Good. These boxes up here can stack to 5 high. There are storage shelves that you can unlock later on, but the storage shelves are for, like, items, not, like, storage boxes. So once I phase out the crude storages, the boxes for the crude storages will be able to be stored on shelves, or I can just, like, put them somewhere. Which is what I will end up doing. And now Maklo's making new tools for us. Although we are out of stone and basically out of wood. And that's what resource exploitation's all about. Are the food storage crates different? Yes. I have an empty one, so I'm not eager to like make a new one, but they are functionally different crates. So in the crafting panel here, this is a food storage crate, and this is a regular storage crate. The food storage crates kind of have like a bin to be able to reach into. Alright, we made another axe. So, I think Tukyuk was the one that had the first axe. Yes. So this new axe can go to either Maklo or Sparn. Basically, I want all the employees to have all the tools, so that I am not bottlenecked. So this one will go to Maklo, and this one will go to Sparn. So now any of them can cut down trees, which is just a lot more efficient, I think. Ooh. It's actually a bit of a tough angle to get because of the way I laid it out. Makes me think, I'll start working on like a back wall storage, and I'll fix this. Alright, what other... So all the tools have been equipped now? Perfect. The guests should be up pretty soon. There we go, makeshift hammers. And once they're up, we'll be able to take more orders and... but we won't be able to check in new guests until these guests check out. Again, another reason why the 3-day stay was a bit of a nuisance. Is what it is, though. Our makeshift hammer we'll give to Maklo. So now Maklo has like a sickle, axe, and soon a hammer as well. Okay, this guest woke up, so we'll make the bed. So instead of changing the sheets, we're just making the bed, which is like an easier task. Because you don't need to change the sheets until they check out. And it looks like we're out of stone, so let's mine up some more. And this hammer will go to Sparn. And then we have 2 pickaxes and 1 hammer coming. And these ping tins are just like chilling out in the outside here. Oh, Pouncy Paw is back. But I have no more rooms to check anyone in, and no one's checking out, so she's just gonna be chilling here and then like leaving. So there are people that want to be checked in, but because I have no room, she's just jetting. So had I made more guest rooms, I could have potentially checked them in. I'm just working on other priorities first. There we go. More Scorpio pasta. And they're ordering Scorpio pasta because they like the ingredients. Scorpio pasta incorporates skyberries. So that's why they keep ordering it. Because it's a racial or species preference. And I would say it's probably important to consider stockpiling preferenced foods, one for each type of species, so that your food reviews are like higher. Because, you know, that matters a lot. Icte, thank you for the resub. Cheers. Alright, the last hammer goes to Tukyuk. And now all the employees will be able to, like, cut wood, mine, build efficiently. And only Maklo will be able to scythe. Because we don't have scythes unlocked just yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, move the artisan station outside so it doesn't take up room here, because I'm planning on redesigning our storage room because I didn't do it the way I wanted to do it initially. It's probably easier if it faces me so I can like see what's in them. Alright, and pickaxes go to Maklo and to Tukyuk. Gotta clean up after them. And we are just going to have a giant wall of storage. So let's go ahead and make 4 more bins. And for that, we need a little bit more stone and more wood. What's the priority we're working on? Trying to have like a decently organized storage room here. Phasing out the old crude storage. Oh, Gustav, it would help if you didn't like stand on it though. Whatever, you're the owner. You do you. Alright, and then I'm going to unpack the boxes that we had packed up and put them into the storage crates. And these old crude storages, for now, I'll just store down here. Eventually, I'm going to have them stored in, like, a shelf. But we don't have shelves unlocked just yet. So we should, at the end of this project, have 6 crude storages just kind of like put away. And then a wall of 10 regular storages taking its place, which is far more space for stuff. Alright, so here's our wall of storage boxes, ready for all the raw, non-edible food stuffs. And then I'm packing up the old crates to phase them out. Oh, don't put stuff back in there. So when you unpack crates, it will like auto store. Oh my god, you guys are killing me. Stop using that crate. Cut it out. They keep putting stuff in it. There we go. Pack to crate. Perfect. Okay, it is... Now everything is using the larger storage boxes, which is what I wanted. And there we go. I don't need a second crafting station because I don't have that many crafting needs that we needed to do in parallel. And now it's nice and organized. And we can focus on trying to get raw materials that we are low on. And also to gather fruit with our extra manpower so that we have a massive stockpile. I do have space for 2 more food crates, so we might as well just fill those up. So we have 9 total food crates. Seems worth doing, in my opinion. And these guests are here for like... They should be checking out soon, I think. What are you, just hiding behind the furniture? Whatever. Do as you wish. Alright, so if I'm not mistaken, all of our employees now have a full set of tools. Sickle, axe, hammer, pickaxe. And that's true for all of them, minus the sickles. So they're all very well equipped. Now, of course, only Sparn has a backpack, but I don't have the means to make them yet. But that's a good start. What about employee bentos? We have room for 4 more. So here is just a bunch of like wicker-styled furniture that we could use. I just don't intend to, so I'm just leaving it there for now. Now, once these guests check out in about a day, we'll be able to get a new set of guests checking in. And what I'm going to be aiming to do is just to get a whole lot of resources so that we can expand the hotel once, like, the next set of quests are unlocked. Just doing as much resource exploitation, readying for a new group. If I, let's go ahead and move the artisan station back into the crafting room. And I'll just put it here. We might want another set of tools. Like a spare set. So I think that's probably worth crafting up. Because we're not going to stay at 3 employees forever. Eventually we'll have more employees, so I could queue up a fresh set of tools. So let's do that. Another axe, another hammer, and another pick. And maybe I'll move the tool storage. I could put it in there, but it's kind of hard to interact with there. Yeah, in the backyard is fine. I think what I'll do is I'll push it farther into the woods, though. So if I want to expand the first floor, I don't have, like, tool storage blocking me. Of course, I will have trees blocking me eventually, but I want to put the tool storage beyond the trees so that isn't the barrier to expansion. And we've got a decent amount of wood logs, lots of twigs, some fiber, and that's like the stuff that we can harvest. Things like cloth and planks are processed goods that we don't have the means to make just yet. And we're building up a supply of extra tools. Why do I have 2 axes? Did someone not equip their axe? Maybe I made accidentally... Yeah, whatever. Having an extra axe isn't going to kill me. So at this point, just trying to amass all the resources that we can for when we want to do extra expanding. And waiting for the guests to check out so a new subset of guests can check in, and then using the research that we get from these 3 guests once we have it. The game will tell us essentially what to research, so it's just a matter of waiting. But you can see why I was really displeased when we had 3 check-ins, and that part is RNG. It was just by bad luck. I mean, maybe it's possible to like close the hotel and force them out, but without spoiling too much, later on, you get the ability to like ask patrons to leave, and I don't have that ability just yet, so I'm not even really sure what happens there, so I'd rather not just risk it. I'll just be patient. Because this is their final day. If you zoom in, you can see their stay. So they're 3/4 done already. I might as well just let them stay for the entire stay. All right. Thank you for the resub. And yeah, happy sub-anniversary. Sub-anniversary, whatever it is. So tonight, these guys should be, or tomorrow morning rather, they should be out. So here's Pounce Paw again, but unfortunately we have no room because they're doing a triple stay. Also, this table is dirty. Let's clean that up. Phil will notice that. One of the other things we could do while we wait is to decorate a little bit more. So in the crafting station, let's make 2 luminous windows for our dining room. And then a wicker lamp for the bathroom. For fun. Using the glass and light bulbs that I said I wouldn't want to use, but like at some point, coins are meant to be spent, not hoarded. I'm not smog, right? So we'll use them. Are you ever able to increase glue storage? Yes. There's research for that. There we go. And we are really getting a lot of resources from out here. Awesome. So taking a look at their needs, well, high bladder needs, but most of their needs are being met, which indicates that the review that we end up getting at the end of their stay should be pretty good. The other thing you might have noticed is as they eat and are satisfied, it is creating blue goo. So it's not just their checkout that gives us the like the windfall of goo. It's also like any happiness that is generated over the course of their stay. With that said, I'm gonna move this back out here. With that said, the checkout generates the majority of it. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to queue something up in the meantime, knowing that we're about to get a massive windfall of it. So I'm going to queue up storage room to be researched so that we can use up some of the blue goo that we have acquired already. Because I know when they check out, we're going to like we're going to earn way more blue goo than we have storage for. So I'm going to, normally I wouldn't do this, but knowing what is coming, just to keep things moving along quickly, I'll spend it. Normally, the pacing of this game is a little bit faster than this. I just got unlucky with the triple stay guests. There was like a 1 in 9 chance that that would happen or something like that. And lucky me, that's what happened. Oh, there's a skill book down here for service. Alright. Workers for service. That should go to Tuk Yuk. And there's also a housekeeping uniform. So I'm going to unpack the housekeeping uniform, and I'm going to put it next to the clothing rack. And then the skill book for service will go to Tuk Yuk. And then the housekeeping uniform probably should go to Tuk Yuk too, because Tuk Yuk is our housekeeper. Maklo also housekeeps, but Tuk Yuk's probably better at it. Or will eventually get better at it. As Maklo, as the amount of guests that we add to the hotel, Maklo's going to spend more and more of his time bento prepping and cooking. Speaking of cooks, make another bento. Thank you for tuning in to Hotel Galactic, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. But please keep in mind, I've asked for no spoilers or backseating. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow spacefarers.